Yeah, this is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
We had Pete Helliar on the show today.
Yes,
Oh, we did too, yeah.
We did. That was a high. Also, a low from the weekend is the closure of a frock shop in Perth, in which we pay homage to.
Another low was when we were discussing most disappointing birthdays after a young girl wasn't able to go on the Perth Zoo. But some of the other ones we hear are pretty funny.
But a high was catching up with Ella from Married at First Sight because she has held her head high.
I know. And one that started as like a bit of a and then ended up with a was when sinister things that you think are going on actually turned out to be pretty innocent.
This is Nathan, Nat and Sean.
So we have some very weird COVID rules here in WA at the moment, whether you think that they are good or not. Some of them don't make sense. One of them is the 500-person capacity at Perth Zoo. That to me is strange.
When
It was
it's a
interesting
big
to see
outdoor
that big
area.
outdoor area.
Yeah.
People
Feel like going
moving
into Forest
through.
Chase and saying only 500 people are allowed in here.
Yeah.
Other people can't walk past here.
Yeah, because there's a fence around it, you have to limit the capacity.
It's
I know
so
it is
strange
weird,
for
isn't it?
such an open-aired area.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And it was all on the news yesterday. You could see some of the stuff because they had to shut people down.
Yeah,
Nate.
people
they
turned
did.
away.
So once 500 people were in there, they got a little laminated sign which had a meerkat on it or something, and they said like 500 people, and then it was basically like when one person leaves, another one could go in.
Yes.
But like if just one person leaves and you want to bring your family in, no.
Yeah.
There was strict numbers.
Who are all these single people going to the zoo?
I know that is like some pervert.
That is not good.
You should. No one would go to the zoo as a single person, would they?
I'm going today.
No, but you're going there for a thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Would you go?
Going to be.
Would I
feeding
go
a
on my
giraffe.
own?
Yes.
Only if I was going there to meet other people.
Yeah,
You would never
but
go
you
in,
wouldn't just
yes.
say get a sandwich and then go to the zoo.
That would be the saddest thing I
wouldn't
would
it?
ever
But maybe if
see.
you really love animals.
No, you'd have to always look around like you're waiting for your family to come. Like. That's what you just have to the fake
Yes.
lookout. Like,
Yes.
oh, and look at your watch and then check your phone. Like,
People might think you're a meerkat, Nathan, if you take that up.
anything that works to get you through the day of being alone. There's a little girl. She was celebrating her 8th birthday, right? Her father, her name's Josie, her father drove her 200 kilometres from Donnybrook that morning for her big birthday day at the zoo. And they were one
Turned
of the
away.
people that were not allowed in.
So was she? Did she have
Eighth
other people
birthday.
coming to join her for a birthday party, or was this like her birthday treat, the family day out at the zoo?
I think it was the family day at
Yeah.
the zoo, Natalie. She told the press that she had received a Polaroid camera for her birthday. and she
I love
brought
how
it
she had a
to-
press conference.
She brought it to the zoo especially.
Oh,
She was going to use it to take pictures of all the animals.
Yeah, that'd do it.
And her dad said it was very frustrating before they left the queue because they realised they weren't going to get any further.
No.
And said, but that's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Doesn't cut it with Josie, does
I
it?
know,
No.
and it's
And
not the zoo's fault, of course.
No.
It's just
Oh, they would
the
love
rules.
to have everybody there
yeah,
celebrating.
wouldn't they?
That's Josie's
Poor
8th
Josie.
birthday.
Oh.
Josie's 8th birthday was her spirit and heart and love of taking nature photographs crushed. And that's what she'll remember forever. When she robs banks later on when she's older or is part of some fraud screen.
So what do you do? Did they just turn around and drive back to Donnybrook, or Donnybrook has a great playground, by the way.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They should have stayed in Donnybrook.
Good. Yeah. Oh, they might have gone down to Bridgetown now. Next town
lovely,
down, obviously.
lovely.
I think
Get some
Josie
apples.
left there, went to a shop and started just stealing things
Probably.
because her
Life of crime now.
would have started.
Can I tell you about my 10th birthday party? So I was having a birthday party at home, so which meant that, people were going to be coming home with me on the school bus.
Yes.
And Mum was going to organise it all. During the day, I fell over at school when, because I was, king of the heap.
You
It was
know
my actual
twinkle toes,
birthday.
Nat.
I know. Tripped over a gutter, big surprise,
Yeah.
and landed face first on the bitumen and took a strip off down the middle of my face. So
Yep.
forehead, nose,
Yeah.
lip,
Yep.
chin.
Yep.
Like it looked like somebody just gotten a vegetable peel and gone
Just peel
straight
it
down.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have a nurse, so it was just one of the teachers put like iodine
Mercurochrome
on
or
it.
something?
Iodine, which is like a browny yellow colour.
Yeah.
And then I've had to celebrate my birthday looking like that. There are no photos of that one.
Look like you're going to an NFL game and
Correct.
war paint on.
I got off
Cleveland
the bus
Browns.
and said to Mum, with all my friends around me ready for the party, I said, I think I need a Band-Aid. And my mum said, I don't think it's going to help.
Yeah. Make up for missed holidays with whatif.com this Easter. Ocean view apartment for us, water park for the kids.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
It was a disappointing day yesterday for a little 8-year-old girl called Josie who just wanted to celebrate her birthday
She did.
at Perth Zoo.
She wanted to see the
rhino.
orangutans. Mm-hmm. And she wasn't allowed in because there was a 500-person limit capacity because
And it
of
was
the COVID
reached.
use. She had a brand new Polaroid camera too that she was ready to take photographs. But the only photograph that was taken was of Josie crying
Josie's sad face.
outside of the zoo.
So we want to hear other tales of disappointing birthdays. Susan calling up. Hello.
Hi guys, morning.
Sue.
It's
Good
Monday.
morning.
So what age are we going back to? So
To 9.
Oh,
to 9.
God,
Here
What
we
geez,
go.
this has
happened?
haunted you?
Oh, well, I had a big 9th birthday in my back garden because I lived in the UK, so everyone came. And halfway through the party, my mum went into labour with my sister, and everybody had to be sent home. And we never got to the cake.
Oh, I didn't even get to the cake,
your
Sue.
sister is a little scene stealer, isn't she?
So did your
Yeah,
sister?
yeah.
Did
One
she?
thing I never forget.
Did she end up
She
getting?
ruined it.
Was she end up being born on your birthday, or was it the next?
Oh,
day?
yeah. No, the next day. My birthday's the 3rd of November, and she was born on the 4th.
Oh, she ruined it for you,
Yeah.
Oh,
So we share. So, sort of.
and that's the worst as well.
Yeah.
You don't even get your own special
Yeah,
day.
that's right.
Oh,
I know,
instead of
I know,
one
but
big
yeah,
cake,
I'll
two
never
little
forget that, and I'm
cakes.
61 now.
Sweetheart.
Take it to the grave, Sue.
No doubt.
Never forget. Thank you. Renee's in Cudale. Hello.
Hi guys, how are you?
Hi,
Good, Renee.
What happened on your birthday that made it so disappointing?
So I moved back when I was 6. My birthday is 28th of September, so around AFL Grand Final time.
Yes.
I'm also a Brisbane Lions supporter, and we were living in Melbourne at the time, and my dad got tickets to the AFL Grand Final that Brisbane was playing in. And didn't take me, left me at home to watch it on our small little telly.
On
with
your
my flag,
birthday?
on my birthday, yeah. He claimed he couldn't take me because it was work.
Because it was work.
So, left me at home while Brisbane won. I'm still yet to see Brisbane win a grand final live. And I've never, ever let him live it down.
Well, they
He
won
claimed
3. Renee,
Huh?
they won 3 in a row.
Yeah, they won 3. And, it was the one he got tickets to, didn't take me, and claimed, but I didn't go to the after party afterwards. I came back for dinner. And I was like, doesn't make it better, mate.
You know what?
Wasn't
There-
the after party
there's-
you're disappointed about?
The theory of parallel dimensions, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where something happens, in each dimension, and there's thousands and thousands of them. There's a dimension out there that you went to that
Grand
game,
final.
and that's one of the happiest memories of your life. It's not yours. It's the other Renee.
She's having a great time.
She's like, this is one of her happiest days.
Renee, did you turn to a life of crime after this?
Yeah, of course she did.
Oh, I think I considered it. I think I was quite rebellious for a few weeks. And then I obviously forgot about it being 6.
You would have done some light shoplifting at Kmart or something, wouldn't you? Of course
I
you
think
did.
it was some little beads that you could get, which had like the little letters on them, and you made bracelets.
Yeah.
I think I stole one of them once.
course you
But,
did.
yeah.
One beat.
She's actually
Of course
coming
she
clean.
did.
Life
Renee.
of crime, Renee.
Yeah, you pushed to the edge.
This is what happens, parents.
Yep.
Wait, we didn't ask Sue. Go back to Sue. Hey, Sue. So, did you turn to a life of crime?
I ran away.
That's a cautionary tale for parents, isn't it?
Tesco carrier bags and ran away.
Tesco.
It's the only way to deal with
Oh,
it.
I love Tesco.
Thank
It's
you,
not
Sue.
too good, is it? Let's go to Rachel in Byford. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Rach.
Hey guys, how are you?
Good, Rach.
Which birthday are we talking about, Rach?
I think I was around 7, but I was the last born child, so I never got anything. My mum was too tired to give a crap about me.
Yep.
But one day she finally let me have the ultimate party. I got all my friends, every single friend in school that I could have come. We were going to have a sleepover.
Oh, wow.
We were going to have it in the backyard in the
Yes.
typical freaking 2-man orange tent. So I don't know how we were all going to fit in there. So we had all the games out, and my cousin rocked up halfway, like family does, to say happy birthday. I hated my cousin.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at my mum. My mum's giving me the eyes. She's like, do you want to stay the night too, Rebecca?
Oh.
Oh, no, Mum, don't do that. And so she got to stay, but she's running around the tent later on, and she collapsed the tent, and she ruined my day because we had to sleep inside.
Oh, Rachel.
Rachel.
Rebecca, she's
and she's in
horrendous.
all of the pictures of that day as well, like front and centre.
Right.
Whose day was this?
Right.
There's not many people who don't like their cousins, so
I
there's
know.
you just didn't get along.
I like that
Right.
now, but, back
Yeah.
then I hated her guts.
Sure.
Yeah. So, did that affect you afterwards? Did you turn to any crimes at all? We're just seeing if we can establish a pattern.
No comment.
Where are you ringing from us now?
Your house, Sean.
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Oh, full-on events for a local community in Hong Kong when the police were called out to a property because a woman discovered a body wrapped in a bin bag.
Ooh,
Yeah,
wrapped
no,
in
they went to a lot of
plastic.
detail to be able to hide this body, mate.
Yes, the woman first spotted the body. She said that it was sitting upright at the bottom of a bin, and she was like, "This is full on." So all the community was
How
abuzz.
traumatic for her to
full
find
on,
that.
full
Yeah.
on. All the locals were sharing theories about who might have been responsible for dumping the body.
Pointing the finger.
Yeah.
The local gangs in the area, obviously, on notice.
Yeah, and then suddenly the serious and sinister situation took a bit of a turn because they realised that it was actually a life-size sex doll that someone had just
They're a
finished
little
with.
too realistic, aren't they?
And how did they come to that conclusion?
The woman that first called the police said, I went down there and when I arrived there, they were just about to open the bag. And when they opened it, with all locals standing around, you could see the shoes, then the silicone, and everyone just started laughing. So it was a bit of fun towards the
Well,
end.
in the end.
In
Yeah,
the
that's
end,
right.
yeah. But everyone thought it was a body.
Yes.
Being wrapped up,
Yes.
put in the trash.
Yeah, it's really great when you think that something sinister is going on, and then you find out that no, it's all fun and above board. And Ali and I have experienced this. Remember Ali that morning?
Yeah, here at work, actually.
Yeah. So we get here the first in the morning, and it was still dark out, and no one had gotten here yet, and Ali had driven in just after me, and I said to her, when we both saw each other, we said, "Did you see those people down near the charity bin at the back?"
Yeah, but
Remember?
and then I said, "Did you see the legs
Yes.
sticking out of one of them?"
Yes, and I went, "Yeah, I did see legs." And then and then Ali goes,
See legs?
Do you reckon that we need to go down there and have a look?" And I went, "Yeah, I think we do." So we went down and had a look, and we went, "There's two men legitimately stuffing a body into the charity bin."
So we called the cops.
We called the cops.
We called the cops.
Yeah,
we
so
did.
I'm on the phone to the police, and Ali's spying around the corner, reporting to me on
Veronica
what's
Mars.
happening.
Look at her go.
And then I pop my head out and have a look. And Ali goes, "No, they're putting the body in there. They're putting yes, officer, they're putting the body in the bin. They're shoving it in there." Is the body moving? No, Ali, is the body? No, the body's not
Rigor
moving.
mortis
And
set
Ali's
in.
like going, "Oh my God, let's get upstairs. There's murderers here."
Yes.
And where next? And then suddenly Ali, thank God,
The legs started moving, and she was fine. She was absolutely fine.
and then she got pulled out.
Wasn't
of
a
the
nerve
bin.
They
weren't-
She
yeah,
got pulled
so they
out of the
weren't
bin. They were
shoving
just-
her
They were
in.
just robbing a charity
Oh,
bin, which is
yeah.
terrible in
Still a
itself.
crime.
It's terrible in
Different kind of
itself.
But not as big a crime.
By the end of it, how serious Ellie and I were, and probably so feared, the police on the other end were laughing on the phone.
At least you solved the crime
We
yourselves.
solved the crime. See something, say something.
yes,
Yes.
totally.
That's
Yeah.
leadership.
Even if what you saw wasn't what you saw.
Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We are talking about when something sinister turns out to be something quite innocent. Let's go to Chris in Morley. Hi, Chris.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good,
Wonderful, Chris.
Okay, we're ready. What happened?
All right, so I'm a high school teacher, and a couple of years ago I was at a previous school, and it was a kids' fun run, cross-country run, and I was a teacher on the furthest position, so 1.5 k's away from the school, so I thought, I'll get a rush out there, drove my car out, parked the car, kids are going past on the front run, last kid came past, so they're on the last one, sure, I'll get in my car, start following the kids back, and I'm going, come on, kids, you got to hurry. We've got to get back to the next class. Hurry, window down. Encourage your kids. Get back, pull up into the car park the car, go to class. Come up at lunchtime and they're going, anyone driving a brown Commodore? Yeah, that's me. You've been reported by a local person in the community as a stalker, following the kids yelling at them out your window. And I'm like, how embarrassing.
That is so
aren't you
funny,
glad,
Chris.
Aren't you glad that you weren't the owner of a white van?
Old brown Commodore,
The
man.
brown Commodore.
So when
No,
so did the police come and speak to you?
No, they knew the teachers knew, the administration knew my license plate
Okay.
and explained to the community person No, it's one of our teachers supervising the students coming back from the
Oh, it's a good community-minded person
I
because
know,
they are
yes.
watching out. But that's very
That's
funny,
right.
Chris, to think that if someone thought you were up to no good.
But you know what? An abductor wouldn't usually tell the kids running is good. Run, that's good, faster, faster.
Normally they're saying, come here.
Yeah, exactly.
Good on you, Chris.
Up in
Thank
the
you.
boot.
Vicky's in Perth. Hello.
Hi, how you going,
Oh,
guys?
Vicky.
What looked sinister but actually wasn't.
Well, I had my nieces. I lived on a farm in the middle of the bush, and the nearest neighbours was a couple of kilometres away.
Yeah.
So my nieces decided they'd go for a walk down the track. And about 10, 15 minutes later, they came racing back to say there was a body under a tree and there was all blood everywhere.
Oh,
God.
Vicky.
I was like, oh, my God. So I raced back with them. And what it was the red sap of the tree had fallen on a doll. There was a doll upside down under the tree. An old doll in the middle of the bush from nowhere.
Well, I mean, that is a bit
strange.
creepy.
That's very creepy.
It was very, my heart was
blood
pounding.
everywhere.
You've got no idea. I'm like, oh my God, we're going to find a body for sure.
Exactly. Had to check the doll's
Pulse.
vital breathing.
You're right. You're
I
right,
do
though.
mouth to mouth.
The doll just by itself out there
Yes,
is creepy.
it is creepy. How big a doll was it? Like, was it?
Oh, it's quite a big doll. It was like, you know, it was a reasonable size doll. It wasn't a little doll. It was quite big. But what it was doing in the middle of the bush, I had no
There's
idea.
some other questions
Tell you what,
to be
though,
asked.
yeah, your heart would have been pounding though, Vicky, running out there to check out.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. I thought I was going to have a heart attack.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
We're talking about when a situation seems quite sinister, but turns out to be innocent.
My bags got flagged during a flight once because years and years ago I bought this really fun hair comb which was in the shape of a gun. But it's just flat black plastic. And then obviously that shape came up because they must just look for shapes.
Yeah, they do.
Of things.
When you go through the X-ray, so did they give you a full body cavity search?
Oh, yeah, it was great. No.
Everyone's a winner.
Can I borrow that gun?
Tara's in Caddington. Hi, Tara.
Hi.
Hi, Tara.
So what was the sinister situation? What happened?
So my mum and I had just gone out for some late night Hungry Jacks,
Yes.
and we'd pulled up and we were just happily eating, and then 2 cop cars came flying in and pulled up behind us, and they're like, why are you parked here? What are you doing? They came in really aggressive. We're like, oh my goodness, we're just eating Hungry Jacks. Like, we're so sorry.
Yes.
We parked in front of an ATM, and I think they thought we were trying to rob the ATM or rob the maybe people who were coming, but we were just listening to our So Fresh CD, eating Hungry Jacks, and we were so scared.
Trying to get through your whopper.
So fresh.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
Tara.
they were
Yeah.
so concerned. We're like, oh, we're so sorry.
Oh, that's really good because they're stopping a possible crime.
That's
not a
right.
crime that's happening. Can you remember some of the hits on the So Fresh CD that you enjoyed?
I don't. It was 2011. It was quite a while ago.
Yeah.
But my mum makes sure she still gets it.
The Big Pav's a fan of the So Fresh CD.
Oh, that was so good.
Yeah, he was a big fan.
Like buying a CD compilation was just so like in our mix. 100%.
100%
Crystal
hits.
Waters was a great one. It had
Yeah,
Crystal
Pure
Waters.
Love.
Yeah, Pure Love. That was a good one. Yeah.
I had a bit of Gautier,
Yeah. What else did I have?
some
on?
Nicki Minaj, Super Bass.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I Need $1 from Hello Black.
Oh,
it's a great year.
a good
It's a great
year.
year.
Tara.
No wonder you're sitting in there bopping around, eating your Whopper.
About to rob an ATM.
About to rob an ATM. What, any other good hits on there?
This one.
Only Girl in the World.
Swimming pool. Dance the way I feel.
How's that one go?
I just dance the way I feel. Something like that. Not warmed up.
Yeah.
I'm
He's got to go through his range.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tara. Claire's at Aluka. Hi, Claire.
Hey.
All right, Claire.
Hi, Claire.
What was the sinister situation that turned out not to be?
Okay, so I'm a nurse that works on children's ward,
Yeah.
and I was on a late shift, and we'd gone into a cubicle just to check on something, and on the windows, it looked like right before our eyes, like bloody handprints were appearing.
Yes.
And the mum was super freaked out, and basically it just turned out to be the child had climbed on near the window, put his fingerprints on the window.
Yes.
And as the condensation, because we've got tinted glass,
Yeah.
as the condensation had hit the glass, it just looked like, as we were in the room, these
That
prints
they were just
appeared.
appearing.
And the mum was so freaked out that she she thought it was a ghost. There was
Ghost
something
in
happening.
there, Claire.
So it's sort of like
We're
the
a
air
separate
conditioning
room.
just kicked in or something. Is that what happened?
Yeah,
and then all of a
yeah.
sudden, they
It
showed
was
up.
just the evening it got colder and the condensation appeared in the glass.
How
Love
freaky.
science.
How
I
freaky.
know, that would freak me out. That would freak me
Super
out.
freaky. So we all ran out the room and swapped her room.
Did you?
Oh, bless.
You're listening to Nathan, Nat and Sean.
A lot of people might have just bypassed this story because it didn't affect them at all. And I'm just going to say publicly, neither of us, any of us, have stepped foot into this establishment.
No.
But for 92 years, Thompson's Frock Shop of West Perth has been servicing the older ladies of the community for various cruises and mother-in-law events. And they are closing their doors. 4 generations
It's extraordinary,
Yes,
of
isn't
the
it?
Beard family have been
Yeah.
dressing
Wait, hang
older
on. Wait,
women
what?
in twin
Their
sets.
names aren't Thompson.
No.
Well, that's
the
a bit
Beard,
of fraud.
the
isn't it?
Beard family.
What a way to find out. Who was
This
Thompson?
is full on for us because it's been part of our daily process to open up the West Australian because Thompson's never missed a beat with their advertising.
They didn't.
It was for
They
many
didn't.
years a pencil sketch of a lady
Like when-
wearing a jaunty outfit.
Like AKA Bunnings.
Yes.
And you wonder how that sells.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And then they
moved
switched
to
to
photographs,
photos.
which really brought the frocks alive.
Yeah, that's right.
Our
Not enough,
producer
evidently.
Amy would be closely with Thompson's as well because every time Amy would say to you, Amy, you're getting a present, and we'd
gonna
show
be
you the
this
Thompson's
outfit.
outfit. You were so excited for many of
So
them.
excited. And guess what?
Well,
We never bought
You
you,
never
any.
delivered.
We never
And
got
now-
a one. We
and
never
now we
got a
can't.
one.
it was a thread, Amy.
The amount of overly long jumpers and to cover the leggings and various blouses.
And pairs of pedal pushers.
And yes, those pants are at that weird length.
You know,
Pushing
ones-
pedals, Nathan.
Skirts that are just above the ankle. It's sad. It's sad. It's COVID related.
No,
They haven't
2
been
years.
able to get the stock over.
Yeah.
I don't know why the stock can't be sent from 1884.
Nathan, Nat and Sean in podcast form.
Well, plenty of sport over the weekend. We're going to kick things off with the Fremantle Dockers. Excuse me,
You're a
it's
bit
emotional.
emotional.
Oh my God,
It's
you're
around
okay?
one win. It's around one win, guys.
Amazing,
Choking on your
isn't it?
protein shake.
Yeah. 1 point winners yesterday. It was so frustrating watching the game, and the commentators were right on the money. For the first half, every time Fremantle went forward,
Yeah.
the play was outstanding until the person got to have a shot at goal, and they were missing left, right, and
I
centre.
know. What did they kick? 11-17, was it?
Yeah, and the commentary from 1 minute into the game was like, oh, this could come back to Roo, Fremantle. This could come back to haunt them later on, and it just kept going. And sure enough,
Naysayers.
when the momentum swung, the Adelaide Crows were able to put 6 goals in a row on the board, and all of a sudden Fremantle were behind. They were able to come back and win. As we know, it was a spoil right on the line from Heath Chapman.
Drama.
But a young guy, Lockie Neal, he was the guy. Lockie Schultz.
Yes.
Lockie left us. It's another emotional day. Lockie Schultz, he kicked the winning goal, Nath, with a couple of minutes to go. Put Fremantle in front before they had to hang on. And we got to hear from him in the change rooms afterwards.
Very intense, yeah, a bit nerve-wracking. We actually practiced that scenario yesterday, so we were actually in a really good spot coming into the game to go through it and execute it, and it really paid off.
So they go through the 2-minute drill
Oh, right,
and
okay,
practice every
defending a
scenario.
lead,
Defending,
yeah.
1 point lead.
Yeah.
Keep the ball from going over the point line, and obviously if you got the opportunity to score, you score.
So who's the real hero, though, if you had to just pick one? Lockie Schultz who kicked the goal or the ball puncher?
That is a great question.
You can only choose one. The other one dies in the
I know
ocean.
everyone's going to go with...
It's very specific, Jeff.
Well, I think to put your team in front, you've got to be the hero, don't you? Otherwise, you're not in front.
Yeah, but
to save
but to save that, because that was if that goal went through, they would have lost. Yes,
a point. Yeah, any score would lost. Yeah,
any score would have been a draw.
Would have been
so
a draw.
A point would have been a
yeah,
draw.
Sorry, yes,
yeah.
sorry, yes. I know.
I think it's the ball puncher.
Yeah, everyone's saying it's Heath Chapman. He was the hero.
The ball puncher.
Best spoil of all time. They're putting it down as
of all time.
Might be a bit over the top.
Of all time.
Might be a bit over the top.
I mean, you know what? I haven't seen any of the others, but I'm sure it's not.
It's the best one of this season.
Yeah, it's a good
We'll
way to
give him
start the season. So that was the good result for Fremantle in the end. West Coast last night, as we know, there's been super undermanned.
Yeah,
and
they were plucky.
They were. They did a great job. They were in front until that last probably 15 minutes of the game. And Adam Simpson, he walks away with it, not too disappointed.
For the most part, our method that we've been working on, some of the things we've been trying, I saw some really good improvement. So I'll take the good signs, but we're here to win. The players are disappointed, we're disappointed, but I think we'll take a bit from it.
Okay.
Yeah, agree.
Oh, it sounds disappointed, doesn't he?
We're disappointed, but we're here to win. But there's something to take out of it.
Hey, Fremantle. So, what big names were missing from that game on your side?
Nat Fife, Matt Taberner, who lives with Griff, and Sean Darcy was the reigning fairest and best.
And the other team, did they have all their names?
They were missing a couple of players too, because they listed their players, and I was thinking, I'm not sure if they're quite the calibre of those three from the Dockers, but they had. Yeah, they seem to have like an equal amount out.
Okay, because you just don't want to be in the scenario where on your side all the big players are missing, the other team's got all theirs, and then your team wins without you. Because that would be sobering.
They don't really need me.
You want to make sure you're all right for the next game, hey?
I think Fife, you'll be all right.
And
I think Fife, you'll be fine.
And then, of course, the Perth Wildcats got over the line against the Breakers yesterday. Yeah. You got to watch Bryce and Vic put on yet another show.
The Bryce and Vic show, good.
They're saying that they could add to their roster this week.
Yeah, by
a big fella who's a power forward, Brown, his last name is, from the US to come over.
That would require them to axe Fraser, though.
Yes, and he's been rubbish anyway, so time to move him on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they need him. The Wildcats are going too well.
Oh, it's always good to have another good thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got like a few good things. Rather than just like one or two. I don't know, I'm no coach.
What's better than two good things? 3 good things.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat and Sean.
Bit of drama last night on MAFS once again.
Well, this drama's been unfolding for a while. There's, of course, the evil Olivia versus the righteous and lovely Dominica.
Well, it's all to do with the photos, Nath, that were circulating.
We've ended up at the photos. We've had a bit of a journey between those two because apparently the glass was being waved in Olivia's face and it wasn't.
She said she smashed it in her face is what the word she used.
Such a monster, that woman. Anyway, so, it's all become a scandal about a nude photo. So Dominica has an OnlyFans account. After this back and forth between the girls, Olivia took it upon herself to get an image from the OnlyFans and circulate it around the group. And she was confronted about her actions on the couch in last night's commitment ceremony.
Maybe there's a little room there for some self-exploration and reflection, maybe. And for a little human empathy.
Sure, I'll take the self-reflection. As far as empathy, I just don't have it. It's just not in me.
She's a monster.
Well, I think the technical term is sociopath, Nathan.
And the only person that was really sticking up for Dominica in this time is everyone's girlfriend that everyone wants. Hello, Ella.
Hi, guys.
You're a good girl, Ella.
A good girl.
You are the friend that everyone wants to have.
Oh, thank you. I don't know, like the way that I have stood up for Dom in the experiment, I don't know, like it was just intuitive. Honestly, like you would think that all the other women would have done the same.
You didn't buy into the mean girl thing, which is really what was going on.
Yeah, not at all. Like I don't know. It's just like high school stuff.
Isn't
like
it?
we're so far beyond that.
Ella,
At least I thought we were.
We were watching it all unfold last night and bits and pieces over the journey. From the get-go, have you seen a different thing in Olivia? Because she didn't start off like that. She wasn't seen to be completely mean. Yeah. But we don't get to see everything.
Yeah, well, look, the hen's night, she did share the whole cutting up the bridesmaid dress thing, and she did...
it was brown.
It's a red flag, brown flag.
And she did share, like, how she got engaged on a second date. She shared a couple of things where we were sort of, Dominica and I were a bit like, I feel like there's more to this woman, but we didn't really know to what extent, the kind of woman that she was going to be.
Yeah.
And, early on she did have a dig at Holly. That was pretty early days.
Oh, that was mean.
And, you guys only saw about 1% of really what happened. So for us, it wasn't, like the behaviour that has unravelled now, it's shocking. Back then it wasn't as shocking, and we obviously didn't think it would go this far with her.
Yeah.
But, it's the ones that you least expect that let off bombs.
Ella, she's complaining at the moment, saying that she's received a bad edit. Now, you've
all
been
the villains say that.
Yes. You've been there for the entire thing. Is she receiving a bad edit, or are we seeing basically the crux of what was happening?
I'll be honest with you, and I feel like a lot of people say this coming off reality shows and stuff. I've even seen it on the news. Like, you can't blame the edit.
Yep.
Because what comes out of your mouth,
Yep.
The timing might not be right, but it still came out of your mouth. It's still your choice of words,
Yep.
Your choice of actions. I mean, even if she's blaming the edit, she still went looking for dirt. She still lied at the retreat and said Dom was waving it around. Everything that she has said.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
very, very, very true. The footage doesn't lie. She's honestly just, I don't know, she can't really redeem herself. Like, I think that she's really trying to, find what she can to try to make herself look better, but I just don't think that she can come back from this.
The most hated woman in Australia is what they're calling her.
It's pretty
Got
bad.
a title, no?
That's not a title you ever want,
No,
is
it's
it?
not, is it?
Yeah.
Not when Pauline Hanson exists. Ella, one of the big frustrations for us watching it is that the experts who are aware of everything that's going on, even more so than you guys, as Dom found out last night, they knew more than she did about the situation. They don't seem to be holding these people accountable for their behaviour, really. Like, they called her on it and she started crying and they just went, okay, nothing further.
Yeah. And on Nat's point, even the bit, Nat, where they know that she Googled, or she got the photo herself.
Yes.
It wasn't her friends. They know that, but last night we didn't see them.
And they know
pull her up on
that Dom wasn't on a rampage at her front door as well, because they have the footage. Why aren't they calling them? Is that frustrating for you as well?
Yeah, look, last night episode, Dom and I actually watched last night together. She's down here in Melbourne, and we were highly strung after watching that episode because they actually just didn't air so much. These commitments. Yeah, these commitment ceremonies last night probably went for about 7 hours.
Oh, Ella.
Well, because it's like an hour per couple, and there's 6 or 7 of us remaining. So, you guys probably see literally a snippet of really what happens and how long it goes for. There was a lot more that was said. They really did grill Olivia at the time, but I think because of what's going on in media and stuff, they're trying to maybe duty of care, protect her.
No way! I'm sorry, there was no duty of care. It was revenge porn. It was basically revenge porn.
It was slut shaming. Is what it was.
Yeah, but it's circulating an image. It's everything that's wrong in society right now, and I feel like people should be held accountable for that. But not just that. Channel 9 have a 1 hour special called The Grilling of Olivia. If you have the 1 hour special of The Grilling of Olivia, that will be a ratings bonanza.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, I think, the whole duty of care thing, because Domenica has been removed from media this week.
Yes.
And we're just assuming that's the whole duty of care thing as well, because there's just so much going on. I mean, Channel 9 are probably the PR guys are probably just I'm sure they have a lot of work to do right now.
I understand.
Especially to keep all of us in control. They've got to keep us in control and not go outside the lines, Mate, they've got a lot of work cut out for them, that's for sure. And I'm sure they're all stressed and not sleeping at night. But again, they all chose to air and direct.
Absolutely, that's exactly what they want. So. They want them people on the front foot dealing with this, so that people are watching the show. We've been seeing a lot, Ella, of different photos of you around the place as well. You find that bizarre that you've been on this show now, and then every move you make, whether you walk into a grocery store or down the beach, that there is people reporting on you and saying things? And who you with?
Yeah, it's pretty weird. But it's I catch people on their iPhones taking pictures of me, without my permission, which is it's going to happen. But I think I've just become kind of I've just accepted it. There's no point in getting uncomfortable or pissed off about it. It is what it is. But I'm not going to change my life for that purpose. I'm not going to not catch up with my friends and. I was hanging out with my brother the other day, and there was people coming up to me being like, "Who's this guy?" I'm like, "It's my brother."
And then they started making out. So
keep them guessing.
Well, Ella, you can hold your head high. You have carried yourself very well.
Ella, you're great in this. You should be proud.
Oh, thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Every girl's best friend.
Yeah. And whether you're going to be with Mitch at the end or not, you've come out really well, and your parents, and you should be proud.
Oh, thank you. I really do appreciate that. The love and support has been it's honestly been really, really nice. It has, yeah.
Well, good work. All you need to do, go on a reality show, be a good person.
That's right.
Yeah, just
apparently it's a lot to ask.
You know what I mean? Be nice. There you go.
Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Big news, everybody. The project is in town.
Oh, my gosh.
Filming here all week, and one of the stars is Pete Helliar, who joins us now.
There's no turning back now, Perth. The dirty Victorians here.
Now, it's quite strange because for a while there, if anyone broke through our borders and we knew that you were from Victoria, we would recall in horror and tell you to stay away. Tables have turned, Pete.
Yeah. We don't know who's the dirtiest here. We're all looking at each other going, no, you're the dirty one. But welcome back, Perth. It's good to have you be back in the family with the family's back together.
We are ready to succeed as soon as at any time. So just remember that. We're ready to break free.
Pete, I'm wondering, did you guys, as the project got together one day and said, if Perth ever opens up, which is unlikely to happen, we'll go over there and do a show, and they actually did open up, and now you're here.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. The project got involved, and Channel 10 were actually originally pitching, because you might know that NCIS Sydney is happening.
Yes.
Which is the first time NCIS has been done outside of America, anywhere in the world.
Yeah.
And I think Channel 10 were pitching for a reboot of Prison Break to be set in Western Australia again. I'm not sure which Wahlberg was going to play Mark McGowan.
Another vanilla ball on someone's body.
That's pretty easy. It's one line.
No, it's funny enough. I've come from Queensland to be here. I did some shows there on the weekend.
Yep.
And I've been to Tassie, and I've been to Sydney doing shows at the Adelaide Fringe Festival. So it is genuinely lovely that the country's opening up again.
I mean, because we did feel very isolated over here for a while. I mean, morally superior.
Free, but isolated.
Free and living life.
I almost had to stop following Rove on Instagram. He was the only comedian doing gigs in the bloody country.
And then we sort of got, then we sort of started feeling all the, there was a bit of negativity coming from over east about the fact that we were living our lives normally, and then people started hating Mark McGowan over there. And now we've got everyone over visiting, and we've got Scott Morrison over here saying, I never called you cave people.
Here's all the money. How much money do you want?
Yeah, that's right.
So everything's coming up Perth. Yeah, it's not bad.
It is lovely. And we're still doing that weird thing when we walk into the studio. You're not sure. It's almost you turn into this rock, paper, scissors handshake. You're not sure. Are you doing this? Are you doing that? It's it's lovely.
So, Pete, what did you decide the project would come over here and do it, just to reconnect with WA?
It's just really a celebration. I mean, this has been, Borders, outside of the actual virus, but Borders have been the massive issue that we've been talking about for, it's amazing when you say 2.5 years or whatever.
Carrie could come and see her family for free, is that?
Basically, it's all whatever Carrie, whatever Carrie can write off on tax, that's what we do. But we, this feels like, okay, the country's opened up again, and we were very excited to to come
get on board
and play along. Yeah.
Now, have you caught up with Rove since you've been here, mate?
I got here last night, mate. So give me a chance.
Still got your party shirt on, though.
I got the party shirt. I had on, to be honest, a hard yakka Collingwood retro T-shirt. Did you? I thought, no, I've got to wear a party shirt. So I've worn a party shirt. But no, Rove he's doing stories with us all week, actually. I think he's been at Ningaloo Reef already, and he's getting about. I think he's heading to Margaret River, or maybe Lisa's doing Margaret River. But
Lisa's doing Broome,
isn't
she?
Well, I don't know.
She was talking about it.
Broome.
Yeah, she's doing Broome.
Sound like tough gigs.
Yeah. As long as she doesn't have a margarita by herself. That's, how dare she?
I mean, it's a bit of an outrage, isn't it?
I was pissed off because I wasn't invited. I was around. I would have had a margarita.
What is this party of one? I mean, how dare she?
I remember when Steve Smith, you remember years ago there was a story about Steve Smith in New York who had a beer by himself, and everyone was like, how sad is that? I was like, no, that's probably the greatest beer that bloke's ever had. Like, he's by himself, not being annoyed by Aussie cricket fans going up and saying, mate, tell us about that century in Pakistan you made. Tell us about that.
Or do you want some sandpaper? Yeah.
Are you excited to be hosting the show from Kings Park?
Yes.
Our pride and joy?
We've only really done this kind of thing once. We did it in Adelaide, 7 years ago or so. and that was a lot of fun. But this is outside of the
elements.
Perth in the background and the elements exactly. We're going to have lots of Perth stories like filed by Rove and Lisa and
And is it true you're doing 2 versions of every show? So you're doing the Eastern States version, then you're going to do a local Perth one?
Yeah, that's right. So we are actually doing a boutique, bespoke, made for Perth show.
Double pay?
And then you're going to be bitching about us for the other one?
Oh, yeah. That's
They'll never see
McGowan's going to cop in one, and he's going to be God in the other one.
That's so funny.
Because you're at Kings Parker's course, you can do your special little segment, Let's Go Find a Body. Anything, Sean?
I've got a view I can show him up there, yeah.
Well, WA Tourism haven't actually pointed that out, actually. But,
it's only a matter of time. By day 3, we'll run out of good things. So,
The Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Well, it was a big weekend of AFL football on the weekend for Fremantle supporters who were up and about. For West Coast, well, they know they've got injuries. But what happens if you're a Collingwood supporter?
Who cares?
You came into the season thinking you could be down the bottom of the ladder. A lot of guys left over the last couple of years. Nathan Buckley's now on Fox Sports. He's not there at the helm. Got a new guy in, McRae, Brisbane champion.
Yeah.
Can he get it done and lead them to victory? Peter Helliar.
Who knows? I think it could be good because Pete Helliar's tail's wagging.
Oh. And first game up against, I think, the premiership favourite, St Kilda. I think most people agree with that. It was a very exciting first game for the Pies, and my mind is very open of what Collingwood can achieve. I'm not saying it's going to be at the higher end of the spectrum, but it could be that we finish bottom 4 again, and we'll go back to the draft and keep piling on the young talent, or we could play finals this year. Like it's my mind is open. It was a very exciting start.
The exciting thing across the AFL, Pete,
I get very serious when I talk about footy now.
Yeah,
I completely see that.
and Pete, I think everyone will agree, it doesn't matter who you follow in the AFL, but all these young players getting the opportunity through COVID, we're seeing around the league, and also injuries. We see Dacos brothers now playing together.
Yeah.
What an amazing thing to have that happen. Nick Martin, a guy from Subiaco, goes over to Essendon and kicks 5 goals on the weekend.
Amazing.
Josh Rochelle, who was picked up by the Adelaide Crows, kicked 5 goals. All these young stars now getting it done.
Nick Martin, I think, had 27 touches to go along with his 5 goals as well.
Well, Sean is just waiting for the AFL to get so desperate that they start pulling back past players into the game. So,
I almost played for West Coast yesterday.
Well,
not even past players.
It's just your flight was late. That was the only difference.
But so say Collingwood, if they were to bring that rule in, who would you want? Who recently quit?
Strawny.
Back in?
Strawny gets a game.
Well, of course, that goes without saying.
Recently retired.
Or not so
Swanee,
recently.
maybe Swanee.
They can still.
Oh yeah,
Dane Swan. Gets Dane Swan.
Dane Swan, he can still get around the park. He
Yeah.
never ever looked fit in a million years to me, Dane Swan, but he never stopped running and moving and always racked up 35 possessions.
I'll tell you somebody who I'll be very surprised if he hasn't made a call to his former club is Favola. I think Fev would be in his actual mind, he'd be thinking, I could still play this at this level.
Sean?
And they would still want me.
In my mind, I'm that person.
In fact, he's just checking his phone now.
You are cultivating this discussion, but they basically put in Justin Longmuir's head that you are available.
I did run it by Belly once, and he shut me down in about 5 seconds. And it was only around Easter.
If you go to Sean's car right now and go into his gym bag, his old outfit's there.
He's ready to go.
It's ready to go.
Still got the anchor on the front.
Can I wear the retro version?
I do love, Nathan, that you refer to as an outfit. I think that's cute.
Costume outfit. I don't know what to call it. Jersey?
Kit, baby kit. Strip.
Actually, Brendan Favola was on the TV the other day, and I was telling my young fella that this guy kicked 1,000 goals. He kicked so many goals.
Elite player.
One day he kicked 90 goals when he finished the season. Buddy Franklin had kicked 100 at the end. But I was also telling him one day at Etihad, I was trying to run away from Fev, and I thought that I'd be faster than him. And I went for the one bounce, and I was off. And he ran me down and smashed me into the ground.
Run down by Fev.
It was super, super embarrassing, actually.
I can't remember if I've ever chasing before.
I know. I thought, no,
the one
Were you
time.
injured?
Gollywood. No, I thought I was moving out, Nath, but I wasn't.
You're at top speed.
Were you on a treadmill?
You would have worked very hard at training that week, or as Nathan refers to it, as rehearsals.
Hey, Pete, one other thing we're really proud of at the moment is our Perth Wildcats over here.
Yes.
We're talking off-air about the NBA, and you love the Boston Celtics, but do you follow Melbourne Victory or Southeast?
United Victory.
Melbourne United.
Victories of soccer, yeah. United, yes. I was at the game, actually. There's a great game between United and the Phoenix early in the season when the fight broke out. And
yes.
There was a big dunk over, was it over Delhi? I think somebody dunked over Delhi, and then a bit of a blue broke out. That was exciting. Yeah, if you get a chance to get to a basketball game, it is really exciting.
Yeah, we do feel superior over here because of the run of the Wildcats side.
Yes,
they've been victorious for so long. Do you guys acknowledge that, or do you?
They've been in the finals for 34 or 35.
So who are these Wildcats you're talking about? I know the NBL.
Have you seen High School Musical?
Well, I think you should be very proud of the Wildcats, but also the Scorchers. They were incredible for them to win that tournament. I mean, they're always good, but you always kind of, like Brian, you go, well, they play over on their own deck, and that's a very hard deck to win if you're coming in from interstate. But to be away from home for the whole season and win was pretty incredible.
That is incredible because the Perth Glory have been away for pretty much most of the season to the last few games, and they haven't had a win. They're coming back because they're so they've been smashed from pillar to post. They've come back and now they've lost all their games and their coach has got the sack overnight, Richard Garcia. So some teams can handle it, like the Wildcats playing over there and the Perth Scorchers, and other teams haven't and probably waited to come back to WA and get it done, and they've just sunk further down.
Yeah, right. There you go. Nathan?
Boring part. that was the lowest part of your sports report, just that bit there.
Okay. We'll have to think about it.
We'll have a think. It's all...
Reflect on
we should probably workshop this.
There are different things happen to different people, don't they? Never a truer word spoken.
We don't believe in finishing on a high around here.
we like to just run out of fuel and conk out on the side of the road.
Petering out.
How's fuel for you guys? Isn't that
That's over $2. Over $2.
Mate,
yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Try driving a diesel. It's devastating.
I won't. This is your effort to try to get the segment back on. Petrol. Petrol.
As I'm saying that, Amy's winding us up.
Nathan, Nat and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.